This video shows you how to subtract fractions with unlike denominators. It's very similar to adding fractions. We're still going to draw the pictures, but we're looking at it a little bit differently. Let's look at our first problem. If we have 1/2 minus 1/3, again, we're going to start with these pictures like we did before. We're dividing it into half, and we're dividing it into thirds. And pay attention to the symbol in the middle. We need to know the difference of adding and subtraction. Small detail, big difference. Okay, and then I'm going to combine them just like I did before, where I now, instead of just having 1/2 minus 1/3, what I'm really saying is 3/6 minus 2/6. And now that I have a common denominator, it's much easier to look at it and go 3/6 minus 2/6 is 1/6. And I can represent that on my graph by looking at the right side and counting 1, 2 is what I need to subtract. And then I go back to my first graph and I'm going to cross off those two and look at what I have left, which is this 1/6 here. Let's try another problem. 1/3 minus 1/4. Again, it's the same concept where we start with those diagrams and we shade in 1/3 and we're subtracting 1/4 on the second. Again, we will combine it. You'll see that we actually have 12ths if you go through and count, or you can look at it as a raise. 3 times 4 is 12. So my 1/3 minus 1/4 is really 4/12 minus 3/12. And I can do that in my head. 4 minus 3 is 1, and the 12th stays the same, so I have 1/12. Again, I'm going to look at the right section here and count 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to subtract that from my left section, 1, 2, 3, to show that I have 1 section left out of those 12. And it's important to remember that once we X these out here, or cross them out, we no longer need this right image. We've already taken that away. Let's try this last one on your own first. I'll show you how I did it. 1/2 minus 1/5. Now when I solve it, I do it the same way as what I've already shown you. I started with my half, and I started with my fifths, and then I combined it to show that I have tenths, and I have 5/10, as I wrote down at the bottom, minus 2/10, and 5/10 minus 2/10 is 3/10. What I didn't do initially, that I'm doing right now, is I did not cross out those two sections to make sure that I had it right, and then counted my 3. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know.